All right, welcome back to Day Traders. It is a beautiful and sunny day today here in PA. Just got a workout in, got my monitors in. It's a beautiful day, and I hope you're out there enjoying this beautiful morning and what we call life. Sorry, afternoon. If you haven't, take a second, take a minute, take a deep. Be thankful, be grateful. So off the morning, people, we just straight drop, and I'm talking Bear City. We grind up all of Asia and London. We did not accumulate. We just straight up, grind up. Beautiful, right? And then we just start selling off before morning open. We're at market open right here, and we just start selling off. It's tough in the first 15 minutes. We were more of a bearish day with SOXL, the ETF chips that it's been tied to. We see a gap up and just rejection, just strong rejection, and play down the entire day. So I went for that counter trend trade early on, knowing we were bearish. But again, the 1 minute, the 5 minute, we are battling, and I'm talking battling into teal. First entry, okay? We're into green as I'm getting in. And I should have held because, I get in right at this retest here of a key level, about 30,040. I exit about like 10, 12 points higher. I just didn't love it given we're bearish on the day and we were flattening out. Got a little bit higher, could have got another like 30, 40 points. But again, bearish on the day. I don't want to leave myself open to risk. And then, we break down. We are red on this TTM, and we were flickering back and forth this entire time on teal. And this kind of made me go thinking, okay, maybe we'll get that kind of W, which we've seen here and out, not that straight V shape up and out. And both times I was targeting this range between about 100, 30,100 and 120. This was a level, if you go back over the course, where, as you see, we rejected and based off this level, rejected on Tuesday, and based off this level this morning in the Asia and London session, and just rode up. So, given that, I was okay taking that. And there's been times where you've seen me, go through this where I've missed that and not taken that, and we break out. We don't break out. Instead, we break down. And you see, I get in right at this retest here. And I should have been getting in down here. It was being wrong from the wrong place. But I'm going for momentum. We're starting to go into teal. And you look at the 5 minute here at 10:15, 10:17. Look at the teal. 10:15, 10. Like, we were teal this entire time. So I'm thinking we're going to get this push. And again, I was targeting this same range, okay? Right up in here. Would have had TP. Again, we got in right around here. Would have had, again, another 40, 50 points from what? 50 to, 100, 50 points, maybe a little bit more. And you see where we're at now. We've never gotten above. So I was pretty much done for the day. I did try one more attempt, but in the back of my mind, I was like, you've tried this twice. You're bearish on the day. Yes, you are green on this TTM and at 10:45. Let's go to 10:45 on the 5 minute. Okay. Where are we at? 10:45 on the 5. Okay. We're teal. Like, we should push. And it was just, it's been tied to SOXL, and chips just took a nosedive down. Normally we're tied to oil, and oil broke down for most of the day. We did not really break up on the Q. So I'm happy with how I traded despite the loss. Took a 60-point loss here. My stop was 59 points. Tried to take the largest 1 minute candle over the previous hour, and I should have had a little bit higher, you could argue, because we had a 70-point candle here, but I wasn't comfortable with, really holding anything below this level because you're breaking to lows and you could continue to break down past this level here. As you see, I have some key levels marked in, so you don't know. Theoretically, one would say should have taken a buy here, buy here, buy here. But again, we're bearish on the day. The better play for me on the day was, at these levels here. But again, maybe not here, but later in the day to get these pops. And then Trump was talking in here. So I just got in and out. I took maybe 5 points, got out before we broke down. And then you see we've just kind of chopped the entire day. And then now we're starting to make that move, which I think we could probably make that move back to the upside. Now that we've held, we're starting to hold this range. And you could reject and continue back down. We could try to test previous highs. You don't know. So just given how the day went, again, trend is your friend. I knew going for that reverse trend trade there that I was a little bit early, but given our signals and just previously how this has worked out. But again, buys should have been here or down here, not on the breakout, and I tend to go for momentum. So that just really wasn't for it. You could scalp, you could take the range, and this is a beautiful range, in terms of move. But I'm not trying to create bad habits, or sorry, I'm trying not to create bad habits and just try to scalp. And we had a lot of divergence with all of our indicators, and I was really waiting for the afternoon when that 10 and that 5 minutes started going teal. Sorry, you're on the wrong point. When that 10 and that 5 started going teal, and we get that breakup, but a huge breakdown. So again, it was tough, and just given where we were on the day, and here's that classic W, we're probably gonna push in Asia. So I will be around for Asia. Down 240 on the account today. I'm still up $100 on this account. Essentially break even. At the height, I was up $600. The main account is still up $1,500, and then I have a third account that I can trade on Asia. That is under the new system. These other two accounts are on the Apex Old Rules legacy system, and that's break even currently. So we're up 1700 across the accounts yet. I've been spinning my wheels a bit just with this sizing, trying to get better positioning, better entry. But again, I've cut down these $500 to $1,000 days that I've had where I've lost. So we've cut the big losses out. Just got to continue to grind, get better. And hey, the one thing that I'm happy about today is I pulled the trigger. Was it necessarily the best setup? No. Was it A plus? No. Was it more of a C? B? Sure. You don't know at the time. Considering we're teal going into green, we could push. And I thought, we would get a push up into here. We just never got that. So you have to fire. There's times that I had not fired, and that's why I fired again. And even here, but then I'm like, back in my mind, I'm like, you know what? Probably not the best idea given bearish day downtrend. Trend is your friend. System had a lot of divergence. It just wasn't the best day for my signals, my system. I take my loss. I move on to the next session, the next day, the next trade. And that's one thing that I've gotten better at, which I'm happy these last couple of days here, is because, it can weigh sort of on you where you're spinning your wheels, so to speak, where yes, I've cut down on big losses, but I'm not really consistently profitable. And I've seen a lot of traders talk about this phase, when you're in that phase, and everybody goes through it. I just have to continue to learn, grow, get better, and focus on process and system over profits. As you see, we're doing, continue to fire, and just take higher probability trades, better entries. And that's why here I'm like, you know what? Better reason he held out, because I would have been stopped out again here too. So, live, you learn, you move forward. We're still green. We live and see the next day. So again, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow. Stay up, stay blessed, stay positive. Make it happen.